Hi, I'm a friend of Dallas Bill. And
Cut! Hey,
tonight,
do it right.
hi, I'm a friend of Dallas Bill. And tonight, you're in for a treat because he's going to do something from Richard III. Now, would you let me go, please?
Howdy. This is Dallas Bill, doing a little bit of Will. Tonight I thought I'd share a few lines from Richard III. As a matter of fact, they're opening lines of Richard III. It goes something like this. Now is the winter of our discontent, made glorious summer by the sun of York. And all the clouds that lowered upon our house in the deep bosom of the ocean buried. Now are our brows bound with victorious wreaths, our bruised arms hung up for monuments, our stern alarms changed to merry meetings, our dreadful marches to delightful measures. Grim Vicious War has smoothed his wrinkled front. And now, instead of mounting barred steeds to fright the souls of fearful adversaries, he capers nimbly in a lady's chamber to the lascivious pleasings of a lute. But I, that am not shaped for sportive tricks, nor made to court an amorous looking-glass, I, that am rudely stamped and want love's majesty to strut before a wanton ambling nymph, I, that am curtailed of fair proportion, cheated of feature by dissembling nature, deformed, unfinished, sent before my time into this breathing world, scarce half made up, and that so lamely and unfashionable that dogs bark at me as I halt by them. Why, I, in this weak, piping time of peace, have no delight to pass away the time, less to spy my shadow in the sun and descant on my own deformity. And therefore, since I cannot prove a lover in these fair, well-spoken days, I am determined to prove a villain and hate the idle pleasures of these days. Plots have I laid, inductions dangerous, with drunken prophecies, libels, and dreams to set my brother Clarence and the king in deadly hate, the one against the other. And if King Edward prove as true and just as I am subtle, false, and treacherous, this day should Clarence be mewed up about a prophecy that says, G of Edward's heirs, the murderer shall be. Oh, dire thoughts down to my soul. Here Clarence comes. Anyways, that's the opening lines to Richard III. He's quite a character, you know, Richard III. He's evil and treacherous, but there's something charming about him. And also, Shakespeare wrote it in such a way that Richard is deformed. Now, in real life, in history, Richard wasn't deformed, but Shakespeare gave him this deformity because we kind of feel a little sorry for Richard III because he's really focused on the fact that he knows of his deformity, and he feels that, and he knows dogs bark at him as he halts and walks by them. So there's a hurt to Richard that we connect with. But never forget, he's subtle, he's false, and he sure is treacherous. Anyways, this is Dallas Bill doing a little bit of Will.